Okay, first impressions of the prototype of the Flip Defense grip. Now, for those of you wondering, this gun is in a compliant configuration. I will not be elaborating further. So, featureless grip that you loosen this screw, which does not loosen the screw that holds the grip to it, flips around, and now you have it in a standard configuration. Now, I was speaking to this guy a while ago about some other products, but then he posted this little prototype, and I thought, that's sick as hell. A bunch of you guys tagged me in it, and I'm just gonna kind of give my first little impressions and feedback. In this configuration here, standard mil-spec lower receiver, again, this is a prototype, so there's plenty of time and opportunity to kind of like fine-tune the ergonomics. The only things, these are just, I've had this on this gun for about 5 minutes, okay? It's pretty good here. For reference, I'm 6'2", about 200 pounds. This is a fairly lightweight profile gun, not the heaviest gun in the world. It does kind of dig in a little bit here, but that's a minor gripe. It's a minor ergonomic gripe that I think with maybe some beefing up here in this dimension, rounding that out so it meets mil-spec trigger guards there, just a little bit smoother, might be a good little thing to do. But otherwise, it's a vertical grip angle, but it has enough of a swell backwards that I don't have the same problem that I have with some other very upright grips, where it's too vertical and almost like forward. But I think that this is actually really nice. I gotta say, this is actually a well thought out grip. It's a little bit narrow, like skinny, and then let's loosen this back up. Where's that screw? Find the hole. So loosen this back up. I had a few things that I thought could be changed as far as the ergos for the featureless configuration. So if you leave and exit California, or you use a 22 long rifle upper, or if you throw a comp mag in it, this could be in a legal configuration in the pistol grip mode. But in the flipped up mode, there's a few things that I want to talk about. I think grip texture should be prioritized in this direction, because the grip texture is much more appreciated here because the gun wants to pull out. Now I can go here, I can get my thumb back there. Maybe getting something like the beveled end plates from Juggernaut, something like that, that might fill that gap, just smooth it out just a little bit, might be nice. But if you're not wrapping your thumb, maybe you have thick thumbs and they don't fit, a few things. Potentially additional palm swell, but I'm trying to think of a way that would be good here, because really as a right-hand shooter in this position, if I built up a little bit of like a ledge that stopped right here, it would give me a little bit of point that digs into my palm, and then texturing that's pointed up so that when it comes this way, it digs more into your hand. I think that could be nice. I'm just trying to think of little things, but yeah, maybe a little bit of a palm swell change, and then maybe a little bit of that palm swell to have a little bit of a ledge here to help it not want to slip out. But otherwise, I think this is, you know, that's pretty good. I think my gripes with this, very, very minor, and I'm really curious. Again, this is a prototype, and I have another earlier generation prototype that's just, you know, standard 3D printed. And I think that this is going to be a very, very successful product, a very desirable product in California. Because here, that's pretty nice. This is actually just a good grip generally. Again, little skinny, and I'm trying to think, you know, if we did a prototype where it has the ledges that are stopping at about here, that might feel a little funky having it really thick on the back. So maybe that might not be the move. Maybe just a general, more of a beveled out palm swell, just a smidge, and then grip texture that when it's flipped, digs into your hand a little bit more. So the texturing might not be as powerful and effective when it's in the free state configuration. So then if we had it here, you know, if the texturing is pointed up, and it's in a position that grabs into your hand on both sides, both on the palm and on the fingers, because the grip sharp points are pointed upwards. That might make it want to hold into your hand a little bit better. But otherwise, Flip Defense, I think it's a company to keep your eyes on, because this is going to be a very interesting product for the California market. Again, this gun, when in the pistol grip configuration, is legal due to means that I will not elaborate on Instagram, because I'm working on some things. Anyways, yeah, Flip Defense, I'm really excited. I want to say thank you to them for sending out this prototype. This is kind of like a idea that you might have seen flown around or floated out online here and there, but never actually brought to fruition. And I think that this is going to be a game changer. Check them out.